Alrighty, so we're playing some Black Panther, doing a little VOD review for a silver gamer. So the thing about Black Panther is he has very high highs and very low lows, meaning that when you're doing things, and when you're not, right? So the goal is going to be to have enough impact so when you're not doing things, it's not like you don't exist, right? You want to have what I like to call passive pressure. Basically, the enemy needs to be worried about you at all times, right? So it's nice that you collapse with your team there. Not a bad play at all. I will show you in a couple seconds basically what you should be doing combo wise with Black Panther. Not that what you did was wrong, but in most cases, you want to be quicker, and so I'll show you a quicker way of doing what you did. But yeah. So the combo that you're doing, right, which is not bad, but I feel like the ending part of it's a little bit slower, is your spear dash kicking, dashing again, right? But as you can see, this kick is just a lot slower than that, right? You're a lot easier to hit. So me personally, instead of doing that kick, I would rather just spear dash, right, and get it over with, right? Um, so that's my preferred way. If you feel like the person that you're hitting is not gonna win the fight anyways, just fine, hit him with the normal, right? If you feel like you're just, but if you need to be quick, if this is somebody that's, they have a crowd control that can mess your ability uses up, I would much rather. I think it's a lot faster. And if there's a character that like you just want to blow up, right? You want to be as fast as possible. You could always just double spear that too, right? And that's enough to kill a squishy. All right, now that I've showed you that, just basically, yeah. So that's just a quicker way of doing it. What you did was fine, but as you get higher up, people are going to aim better, and that kick is very slow. So, target selection be better. Why chase Strange when you can chase somebody else? So, not that that was a bad kill, but I want you to understand like how much you had to do to get that frag, right? So, when Shark is on top of Groot, when Rocket is on top of Groot, they get 20% damage reduction. That's a lot of damage reduction, right? Meaning you had to use everything in your back pocket to get this frag, right? Compared to maybe you look for a play in the back, maybe not on the Witch, but maybe on the Mantis, maybe on somebody else, right? Especially with your Thor, right? I want you to practice more patience. Like, you understand the combos, you understand how that's supposed to be used. You're using your ult, right? But, you're just you're too like trigger happy, right? If we watch it from more of a top down, right? So let's just see how your team's going, right? So if I'm Black Panther, right? My mindset is I want to play off my Thor. I don't know why this is drawing so slow. Frustrating, but I want to play off of my Thor, right? Reasoning for that is when Thor goes in, right? They have to look at him. They have to use resources. They have to use cooldowns, right? Let them sleep the Thor. Let them look at the Thor. Let them throw stuff at the Thor so that when they don't have stuff, you can take advantage of that. The last thing you want to do is beat the Thor in, and now you're getting hit with everything, and now Thor has to go in by himself, right? The job of a tank is to absorb cooldowns, is to control space, yada yada, enable you with their kit, with their body, things like that, right? So let's just play this out. We're going to slow it down a little bit. So here we are. So look at the Thor in relation to you, right? And you need to be aware of this, right? So you're committing on the Shark, right? Thor's not in the game. Thor's not. I mean, he's not doing anything either, which is unfortunate. He should be speeding it up. But right now you're fighting this, right? And against better players, they are going to stare at you, and they're going to like Scarlet should not miss a shot on you. The fact that you have full health is because she's not even aiming at you. So we go back to see what she's doing. Right? So we're here. Let's see how she's taking this fight, right? We're gonna BP. Look at, and then she just ignores you now. A good player is going to stare at you. Right? Like the fact that he's ignoring you it goes to show you that like, you're getting away with stuff that you should never get away with. He doesn't even bother turning around. Doesn't look away. Doesn't look at you. Doesn't look at you. Doesn't look at you. You're able to do what you do in your current rank because players like this are not punishing you for doing things you shouldn't be doing. If that's me on Witch, I instant switch to you, and I'm looking at you the whole time. Do I kill you? I'm not saying I'm going to kill you, right? But I'm going to make your game a lot harder, and that's what they should be doing, but they're not doing that, right? So just because that works, just because you get that frag there, doesn't mean that's the play that you have to make, right? Granted, your Thor is still not in the fight, is ridiculous, but you need to, be more methodical. See where they're, where they're. Okay, okay, cool. Okay, I'm going on Mantis, right? Right? Or like obviously if your Thor is playing at a faster pace, but you don't have to be the first one in. Should be scouting at all times. Right now you're not getting any information. You don't have to sit on the point. It's going to capture itself. And you're going to get punished right now. Why are we diving a tank? What is the purpose? You cannot combo. You can't full combo this guy. Why are you pushing him? And if you're not getting any help, maybe you assumed you were going to get help. But in this rank and ranked in general, you need to, for the most part, imagine like you have to do things on your own unless you know for a fact your teammate's going to follow up on you. And this is third point. So you should have an idea if they're going to follow up on you or not already. So yeah, right? But yeah, you're trying to combo a tank and you get punished for it. Like wait till he walks in and then go past him. Your job isn't to burn tanks. Your job is to get picks on squishies. We're back now. Care for Sharkle. Cool. I would look to probably burn the shark here because he just swallowed your teammates. Oh, Shark's in the. How many did the shark grab? He only grabbed one, but you could have saved him though. You could have saved your teammate. You heard him ult. I mean, I'm assuming your team probably screamed that they got grabbed because that's what what teammates do in this rank. They just like help, help, help. Look at this guy. If you even just look at him for a second, look. You can get this frag. You could stop him from him eating. Look, like you get this pick, right? But if you could have got this pick, and you could have got that one too. Ooh. I mean, you end up getting it, but you could have saved your teammate on top of it. You know what I'm saying? And little things like that matter. Because in different scenarios, like yeah, granted this it's fine, but in other scenarios, you might need that teammate to be alive to win that round. So right now your team's peeling back, which is fine. But scout, like what are we looking at? What are we looking at? You're not getting any information. You don't know what's going on. Well, what's the difference between you standing here and just hiding behind the wall and looking, or even be over here, right? And just looking, or heck, just like jumping up, jumping up, jumping up. Just get information. See what's going on instead of just staring at the floor. You ult to someone who can't take damage. Unfortunately. So in moments like this where it's very chaotic, if you cannot get track of someone, bruh, take a step back, refocus. Okay, where is everybody, right? Because if you're just standing in the middle here in this disco and you don't like focus up, it's really easy to get lost in the chaos. And out of that whole fight, I don't want to say you did nothing, but you did nothing. Alright, so these are going to be our talking points for your notes, right? So number one, patience, 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 patience. My boy, you need to take your time to analyze situations, figure out where your targets are at and how you're going to approach it. You can't just run it down every single game. You're not going to grow like that. Your job is to exploit squishies, not to bully tanks, right? And you want to be going in at the right time, right? And when you go in at the right time, you want to go in with precision and speed, right? So it's like controlled aggression, controlled speed, slow, 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 fast, right? Like you wanna. It's like it's not like you just start fast, right? Like you wanna just like boom, right? You wanna explode, right? So it's like moments of nothing, 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 explode. It's right now you're just like the second you see something, it's a boom, 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 boom. You're rushing it, and you're going after the wrong things, and you're going in at the wrong times. Combo scenarios, right? So you have a combo down, which is cool, right? But the combo is slow. It's slow. You can do it faster, and like I showed you in the little thing earlier, right? It could be faster, right? So understanding in what scenarios should you use what combos. Do I need to be faster? Can I use this ability instead of this ability, right? Right. So just understanding when you need to get things done very quickly and when you can afford to use other cooldowns because you don't want to use both your spears, right? And then, like I said earlier, prioritizing squishies over tanks. Like, there's no need to just, unless you know you can get the tank pick, there's no need to bully tanks. Because think of a team like a house, right? So you got at the top of the house, right? You got you got DPS, right? And then the base of the house, right, is like tanks, and then the foundation is the supports. You don't got a roof, you don't got DPS. It's gonna suck, but at least you still got a portion of the house. You don't have a house, that's gonna suck, but at least you got a roof and a floor, so it's kind of like a tent, TP, right? You don't got a floor, you don't got nothing, dog. Right? So by getting supports, by getting, support picks, when you get support picks, it kind of just sweeps defeat from under the enemy team. No healing, it's really hard to win a game when you don't got no heals. And I think we've all experienced games where our healing isn't up to par, and it feels like we have no heals. Even though we got a little bit, it feels like we got nothing. Right? So it's like, it's understandable, right? So why go for other things when you can get squishy picks, when you can beat DPS, when you can beat out supports, right? Why go for tanks? Because you get one tank, they still got one more. It's like it's cool, but they still have a whole house, right? They might have some cracks in the house, but like you want to take off pieces, right? Big pieces. You don't want to just chip, chip, chip away. Other characters can do that. They can chip, they can chip, they can chip. No, not Black Panther. You have to rip chunks out of the enemy team. And yeah, so you are silver. So obviously, I'm not trying to be too harsh, right? You are in the lower elos, but you're playing a very hard character in the sense of like timings and things like that. But I mean, I see the potential, right? Like the character, right? You just got to make sure you get the fundamentals down now, right? You understand the character, that's good. Now let's start playing it mentally better, right? Physically, right? You're doing good things, but you're just doing it at the wrong times. The game sense is not fully there. So yeah, hopefully I was able to point out some things that would help you improve in little ways. I'm sorry I wasn't able to go super in depth because I think like even though like it wasn't optimal, like you weren't playing bad, so and I also didn't want to just nitpick everything. I think I wanted to go after things that I felt like were major. And I think these three things are major, right? So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully anybody else watching enjoyed and learned something as well. If you're interested in getting coaching, you know where to find me. Either you can leave an ID in the comments or you can reach out to me on Discord. My name is Apxche on there as well, and we can get things rolling and help you get better at the game. But with that being said, hopefully you have a great morning, day, night, wherever you may be. It's your boy Apxche, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.